Today, we are going to talk about the body because we heavily identify with the body and we misperceive what the body is, what it's capable of, what its function is in our lives. The whole experience of having a body, we tend to filter through fear. We're constantly trying to preserve the body and fix the body and change the body and keep it from breaking down. A lot of our lives are oriented around taking care of the body. And that could be a lot more joyful, a lot more fun, if we would let go of the illusion of fear. We think that because we have a body, there are all these things that we need to fear, and that if we didn't fear them, we wouldn't be able to take care of the body in the proper way. But does fear actually do much of anything for your ability to take care of your body? Could you take care of your body without fear? Could you enjoy your body without fear? Is fear really so necessary? Anytime we are experiencing fear, we are forgetting what we actually are. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are not the one who is fearful. Fear is looking at what is incorrectly. It's not a wrong choice to experience fear. It can be quite a lot of fun. We don't often admit to ourselves how much fun it is to be in fear. But fear is buying into something we've created as more real than it actually is. You are infinite, you are eternal, you are ever present, you are the energy that makes up everything, and you will continue on long after you put down this body. We focus and localize our awareness on this particular body so that we can have all of the experiences that arise for this particular body as if they are happening to us. But you are the one creating it all. You are the one creating the body exactly the way you're creating it. You are the one creating the way you see the body. You are the one creating the way you feel the body. You are the one looking at the body the way you look at the body. You are the one looking at other bodies the way you look at other bodies. Most of us carry some judgment of our bodies. And a lot of that is based on visual processing. We assume that everybody else sees what we see when we look at our body. But do you ever actually look at your body without the misperception of judgment. If you were to actually see your body without any of the misperceptions you've created and carried around, don't you think it would be different? Many of us are striving to get into a particular shape or look a particular way, or we wished we looked any way other than the way we currently look. But do you see, not only are you creating your body looking that way, you are also creating the way you see it. You are creating the way your body looks, and you are creating the way you see it. Do you do that from appreciation? Or do you do that from the density of judgment, and then wonder why your body never changes? Wonder why your body seems to get worse and worse year after year? Is your body actually what you think it is? Or is it something far greater than you have let yourself admit? A lot of the time when we refer to the body, we just say, I have a headache. I'm feeling bad. I'm sick. But some of us graduate onto, my body is sick. My head hurts. Which presupposes that this body that you're focusing your awareness and your presence and your attention on and your spirit into is yours, and it's the only one you've got. And you have ownership over it. Which makes it a lot more serious than if it was just a toy you're choosing to play with for the present moment. What experiences can I give myself by taking on this body for the moment? And it creates the illusion that this body is separate from every other body, and that this physical body is the only body you have. But everything you are creating as part of your experience is part of your experience. And you create exactly how you experience and perceive it all. So begin to let the body relax more than it ever has. There is a certain sensation that you have been holding on to very desperately for dear life, as if that is the point that connects you to your body. And I cannot lose this body, because if I were to lose this body, I would lose me. Begin to relax your grip on that sensation. Be curious whether that sensation is really how you know you're alive. Be curious if you even need a confirmation that you are alive. Allow the body to relax deeper than you have ever allowed it to relax before. And you will notice it doesn't just fall away. It doesn't just die. It starts to expand into what it can actually be when you are not judging it in the same way you've been judging it, and perceiving it in the same way you've been perceiving it. Let all of your judgments and all of your perceptions about the body simply fall away. See for one moment if they're actually necessary. Become aware that this whole way that you've been dealing with and relating to your body up until right now has not actually been necessary, has not actually been keeping you safe. Be aware that there is nothing to keep yourself from in an experience that you're creating. There's nothing you need to avoid. There's nothing you need to defend yourself from. There's nothing you need to fight or resist at all. And there is the appearance of other bodies that you share this experience with. Start to become curious about what that actually is. We have defined our relationship to other bodies in a certain way. I don't just mean we have a mother and a father, or a spouse, or kids. I mean, when you're out walking around in the world, you have an experience when you come upon another body. Certain thoughts and feelings arise anytime you run into anyone. If you are completely alone, you deal with yourself in a certain way. And as soon as anyone else is present, do you see you become a bit different? Or at least you pretend to. The degree to which you feel the need to pretend to be something other than what you are around other people will show you your misperceptions about the experience that you're having. If you think other people are out to judge you or out to get you in any way, you are creating a very interesting experience for yourself. And you have to look if it's actually true. If anyone or anything truly has a vested interest in limiting you, or crushing you, or hurting you, or destroying you. Or if that might not be the biggest misperception that you have, that there is anything out there that wants to harm you, or anything out there that even can harm you. Now, I'm not saying that to suggest that if you drink poison, your body will just shrug that off. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm pointing to is the awareness that we have made the appearance of physical reality 99.999% of our experience, and occasionally we have a thought or an idea about other planes of existence and go, oh, that's nice to think about once in a while. Now I got to get back to thinking about how I'm going to pay my taxes. If we would spend more and more of our time, or the appearance of time, present with what we actually are, we would see that what we actually are is never in danger. Sure, experiences can be created with the body that look like sickness or disease or injury or death. But those are experiences about the body. They don't actually touch you and what you actually are. Will you remind yourself what you actually are, beyond all appearances that the body seems to be going through? You are the source of everything you experience. But many of us treat the body like it's the source of what we experience, that without the body we will never have any more experience. That our consciousness is inside the body, and as soon as the body is extinguished, our consciousness will go away. What do you actually know? It's again not to give you the idea that you can go jump off of a skyscraper and start flying. It's for you to reconnect and remember that you are an infinite creator. Right here, right now. You are not the effect of your environment or your parents or your culture or society or anything else. You are the cause of everything you experience. And if you would shift your awareness from dealing with the body the way you've been dealing with the body, what could you be capable of? If you would appreciate the body always, no matter what it appears to be doing and what you appear to be creating with your body, would many of these things that you're fearful of start to go away? If you would truly relax more than you have ever let yourself relax, and let the body relax more than you have ever let the body relax, what could you create? What could you experience? If you would let this entire physical world that you've created for yourself to enjoy relax a little bit, what could it become? How tightly have you been holding everything in place exactly as it appears to be? and willfully perceiving and believing that it is exactly what it appears to be. When you could relax all of your thoughts, all of your feelings, all of your perceptions, all of your beliefs, all of your judgments, and see the world as whatever you would like to see. Will you let yourself have that? Will you let yourself go there? Will you let yourself be that? Have you been holding on to the body tightly as what you've judged it to be? When you let that go, what's going to be created? Will you let it go now? Or do you want to keep choosing to persist with a delusion that you say you don't want, that you say is painful? How much longer do you want to believe that you are susceptible to pain? How much longer do you want to believe that judgment applies to you? How much longer do you want to believe that you are anything other than what you actually are? You could express your body as anything you desire. You could express all of reality as anything you desire. You could express the entire world as anything you desire. How many moments do you give yourself to truly express what you truly desire to express? What are the expressions of having a body that you would like to be finished with? And what is the greatest expression of focusing your awareness on this body that you could possibly come up with right now? What is the greatest expression of focusing your awareness on this body that you could come up with right now? And you can come up with a simpler way of asking yourself that question, because that's pretty wordy. Every moment you can express anything with your body, with your world, with everything that exists. You can express anything. When you look at another person, you can express anything. When you walk down the street, you can express anything. When you sit alone, you can express anything. Every moment you can express anything you want. What do you truly desire to express right now? And if you didn't look at your body as some kind of impediment to that expression, as some kind of limitation on that expression, as getting in the way of you fully expressing what it is you truly like to express, if your body was the ultimate vehicle for you to express whatever you desire to express, would you let yourself actually express what it is you desire? Instead of going, well, when I have all the money, I'll finally start expressing myself the way that I want. When I finally live in the bigger house and have the better car and have lots of friends and have a better lover and have a more harmonious relationship with my parents or my children, then I'll finally express what it is I truly have been dying to express. Would you let yourself express it now, regardless of circumstance? Would you let the body you have chosen actually be the vehicle you have designed it to be for the expression of what you desire to express? If you were a painter, you wouldn't look at the canvas and the paint and go, "Oh my God, what is wrong with you? I can't believe you're like this. Canvas is too big. Canvas is too small. The paint's the wrong color." You could, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense. And it would be a lot more fun to just get on painting. Would you let your body express what you have created it to express, instead of acting like it's in your way, instead of treating it like a limitation? When you remember what you are, which is totally without limitation, you will give yourself permission to express without limitation. Okay, everybody, that's all for today. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.